Hello everyone. Well, my first YouTube ZAP. There's honestly nothing else I'd rather be doing right now than bearing my soul to all of YouTube. Don't you have a ZAP thingy to be doing right now? Now, since this is the first one, I'm going to explain a bit about how I'm going to format this, because it's very complex, so stick with me. You'll send me questions, and each week I'll answer one or two of them. That's it, I guess. So, let's get started. I got a lot of questions this first week, but there were two that were ideal for this inaugural episode. The first is from L0Logically, who writes, "What does it mean when someone is gay?" Well, my dictionary defines it as such. Gay, adjective. Related words, gayer, gayest, especially of a man, homosexual. I really like the example sentence they give here. That friend of yours, is he gay? Even the dictionary's a nosy little busybody. Now, I know that didn't answer your question, so I'll go ahead and define homosexual. To me, it's more an adjective than a noun. So a homosexual person would be a person who is attracted to their same sex. But it can be used as a noun too, of course. Tobias then proceeded to board a bus full of homosexuals. But I personally see the word and the concept as being a relatively unimportant aspect of a person's character, and using it as a noun kind of smacks of a subtle negativity in that it lumps people together based on an arbitrary descriptor. If I use the term, I usually follow it with people, because that's what they are. Of course, the question, what does it mean when someone is gay, could also be answered with lighthearted and carefree. Imagine that. A word that's changed over the years. This would be a great segue to the topic of gay marriage, but instead I'm going to address a question that no inaugural ZAP should go without. This question is from this person right here. I didn't want to say your name because I was afraid I'd mess it up. Kata Bijo? Bijo? I'll just type it at the bottom of the screen. Anyway, the question is, when did you realize you were a homosexual, and how did you come to terms with it if you had to? Well, I actually came out in my freshman year of college, and I know that seems a little late, but here's the thing. Up till then, I didn't really understand what gay meant. Coming from a relatively small city in Maine, I attended a high school where, as far as I could tell, there were no openly gay individuals. And this meant that the only exposure I ever had to homosexuality and what it meant was through shows like Will and Grace and Queer Eye. And I personally had no interest in bumping tummies or telling people what to wear. Yeah, I was interested in boys, but not those other things. So I figured I was in the clear. Never mind the fact that most of the porn I looked at involved other guys, I didn't talk with a lisp. Lisp, 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 lisp. So I was definitely straight. This was very fortunate for me because I was, and still consider myself to be, Roman Catholic, and I was under the erroneous impression that homosexuality and Catholicism mixed about as well as lemons and heavy cream, and that the result would be equally disgusting. Oh, this tastes like homosexuality and Catholicism. However, being in college, I finally had the opportunity to meet some people who identified as gay, and with them the word really was just an adjective. They were regular people who happened to like other guys, and that's when I realized that that adjective described me as well. So this concludes my first YouTube ZAP. If I've touched upon an issue that you want to know more about, or if you feel I owe you a more specific explanation of any of these topics, feel free to email me at MacelMachelli85@yahoo.com, and please put the word ZAP in the subject heading. Also, in the future, please include a name of some kind. It doesn't have to be your real one, and I'll try my best to pronounce it. Well, I hope this has been enlightening, illuminating, and hopefully not too shocking. I'll see you all next week. Keep the questions coming, and try to stay out of the dark. There's probably too many puns.